Let's restart it. Here, let's see. Share screen. Okay, can you guys see my screen? Whoa, hold on. Your screen sharing is paused. Hold on, let me fix this really quick. Okay. All right, now let me share my sound. Oh, what's going on here? Okay, so you guys can see my screen, right? Okay, let me just share this sound. It's being a little, it's being difficult right now. So you can see Mickey. Okay, give me 1 second. We're gonna try this one more time. Okay, here we go. Share. Let's see here. Hold on, guys. Be patient with me. I want to know why all of a sudden it doesn't want me to let me. Because you guys can't hear that, right? Okay. Okay, why is it doing this? Sorry, guys. So we're gonna do share my screen again. Oh, here we go. Okay. Share sound. All right, we got it. You guys ready? So this is Disneyland.
My favorite facts and trivia of Disneyland. Will you join me today? All right, let's have some fun today. When you first walk into Disneyland, you see the Disneyland Railroad, and right below that you see the Mickey Mouse mural with all the different flowers there. Did you know that that is the 8th most photographed spot in the entire world? It's estimated to be the 8th most photographed spot in the entire world. How cool is that? Now, when most people walk in, most people go to the right. They enter into that tunnel right over there. But I like to go into the left-hand side. So let me take you to the left-hand side. Right there, we got the Disneyland Railroad train. And you guys, here you leave today and enter the world of yesterday, tomorrow, and fantasy. Now we are entering into Main Street, USA. This is one of the original 5 lands of Disneyland. Now a lot of times, a lot of people don't even think of this as a land. They think of this more of the gateway to the other lands. But no, it was considered a land and is a land. It's supposed to take place from the 1920s to the 1930s, you know, right when like horses and like the automobiles were starting to intermix and mingle a little bit. And it is a lot of fun. Another fun fact is, did you know that every morning there's a person that comes along and they grease these tracks with vegetable oil, making it easier for the horse teams to pull them. How cool is that? And in 2018, they redid this and put the brick down. It wasn't always brick. They put the brick down, and the brick is supposedly, it makes it easier for the horses to do the walking. It's easier on the joints. So Disney taking care of their animals. Now, as you look down Main Street, you're gonna see all these wonderful things, and you can hear probably a little bit of the Disney music. Did you know that in the morning, the music's more upbeat and peppity, you know, has a little more pep to it. In the evenings, when you walk out, the music's a little bit softer and calmer. It helps calm down the crowd. It kind of gives people to relax. There's Disney using all their things to manipulate our minds. Also, on the windows, if you look up the windows, there's names of people on the windows. These, I think there's 84 windows with names on them. I can't remember exactly, but I should do a video on that someday. But if you look right here, you can see this one right over here. It says Alice Davis. And then the one next to it says Mark Davis. They were a husband and wife team. They worked together. Also, all the costumes. She was a costume and sewer. She did everything for Pirates Caribbean. And Mark Davis, he helped design Pirates Caribbean. How cool is that? They have a window honoring them.
So cozy.
How many rooms are in there?
Should we go check it out?
Yeah.
Get to stay here all weekend.
When you stay at a Verbo,
I call doing the door code.
the host doesn't stay with you.
It looks exactly like the picture.
Because without privacy in your vacation home,
It's a full log cabin, guys.
it isn't.
This, by the way, is a little tiny street over here, and it has a name as well. That's called Center Street, where you go down and get some lockers. Now, walking right down here, you'll probably notice all the different lights. They're not turned on during the daytime, of course, but at nighttime they are. Now, here's something interesting a lot of people don't know is the hitching post. On Main Street, there's a bunch
I'm
of
gonna
hitching
skip
posts
over this
on the side
part
of
a
the street
little
right
bit
here,
so we
here,
can
and so
get
on.
to the actual like
Here, you can
what
see right
the
into
rides look like
Tomorrowland.
and stuff too.
If you're looking this way, you see right into Fantasyland. If you're looking this way, you'd be able to see right into Frontierland, but you couldn't see into Adventureland right over there. And that was done on purpose. You notice there's like a little brick wall there. They put that there to disguise Adventureland because they wanted it to be more mysterious so that they don't want you to have a direct line of sight into Adventureland. Now I'm gonna take you into Adventureland. And then we'll just kind of walk around, guys, and enjoy it. Here we go. Walking into Adventureland. So interesting things about Adventureland, it's the only land that doesn't sell churros or popcorn within the land because they're worried that the smell will take away from the ambience of being like in a jungle. So here we go, walking into Adventureland. The first thing you're gonna see on the left-hand side is the Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room. Most people just call it the Tiki Room, but the proper name is Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room. The reason it's called Walt Disney's Enchanted Tiki Room is Walt Disney personally financed it himself. It was originally going to be a restaurant, but then they ended up turning it into a show. It was gonna be like a dinner restaurant with a show, and they just turned it into a show. Okay, now you're walking here to Adventureland. Adventureland is the narrowest land in all of Disneyland, designed on purpose like this. It was designed to make kind of get all narrow. That creates like this adventure and danger feeling. Now, all the other Disney parks, like Disneyland Paris, Walt Disney World, the Magic Kingdom, their Adventureland goes much wider. They realize that it gets kind of crowded in here. Right over here, we have the world famous Jungle Cruise. Now, if I could have any particular job at Disney, it would be working on the Jungle Cruise. I absolutely love it. I think it's great. I love to have that particular job. Walking over here, we have the Bengal barbecue, and I would suggest to get the asparagus wrapped in bacon. It's so good, it's so delicious.
Or the pork.
And then over here, of course, if you've ever watched any of our videos, then you know that this is Amanda's very favorite ride. We have Indiana Jones and the Temple of the Forbidden Eye. And she loves this ride more than anything else. It's her favorite. Okay. Now walking out here, this is kind of a fun thing to see, is you notice right here as you walk past Bengal Barbecue, and then all of a sudden it's very, very, very brightly colored. That's because we're now entering into New Orleans Square. Hey, how's it going? It's nice to see you. We're moving right into New Orleans Square, and that is kind of a little brightly
So
colored.
this is new.
Right here
this
we have
Tarzan
Tarzan's
thing?
Treehouse that was redone in
Because they're replacing it with something
1999 for the release of the Tarzan movie. All right, moving down here, of course, we're gonna hit probably the most popular attraction in all of Disneyland, the canoes. I'm just kidding, little joke there. It's Pirates of the Caribbean. Everybody knows this ride. If you ever come to Disneyland, this is a must do. And it is also the most efficient loader of all the rides. So even though sometimes the line looks long, they can really get to the people very fast on the Pirates of the Caribbean. This water out here, this is known as the Rivers of America. And there goes the canoes, you guys. I have a huge soft spot for canoes in my heart. I love them so much. Oh my gosh, they're working hard. I think that's Corey out there. I'm gonna yell, see if we get the canoes to wave. Go canoes! There we go, get a little wave. Hey. Now this here, where the people are walking right there, that's called the Esplanade, and that street goes back into New Orleans. I'm gonna take you guys down here, down to the Haunted Mansion, and Critter Country. This here is the raft to Pirate's Lair. Also, a lot of times people call it Tom Sawyer's Island because it was Tom Sawyer's Island for the longest time. And I have not done a secrets revealed on that particular island, but one day I hope to do that. And then right over there, we have, of course, the beautiful Haunted Mansion behind those trees. And we love the Haunted Mansion. We've done a lot of videos about Haunted Mansion. Our secrets revealed video on that one is probably one of our most popular and watched videos of all time. Coming over here, we're gonna come up here and you're gonna see this little restaurant right over here. Now, of course, everybody knows right over there, you got the Haunted Mansion, and you got the Critter Country, and then there's a restaurant here, but did you know you can walk through this? There's a walkway right through here. A lot of people don't realize that, but you can walk through here, and this is called Fowler's Harbor, or Fowler's Inn. Joe Fowler was one that helped work on the boats here with Walt Disney, and when they got them all built, he said we need to have a dry dock and needed an area where they could store the docks, and they named it after him right there, Fowler's Inn. Also, a really cool thing is right over here, if you look at this, there's a thing here, and it was done with an app, and it was very exclusive. This app, you only like, I think it was the first 100 people or so, you come in here and with the app, and it would make these dials spin around and do all kinds of crazy things, but it was very exclusive, and I never, ever got to see that work. I would like to, but I didn't. All right. Now you might be thinking to yourself, wait, is this a dead end? Nope, it's not. Look, you walk right through this little dining area, and then you get to come right through here.
All right, let's skip some of that really quick.
There they are, guys. They have a minimum of 10 people in order to ride the canoes. If you don't have 10 people, canoes aren't going. All right, moving on. This way takes you down to Batuu, Star Wars Land. And then down here, of course, takes you down to the rest of Critter Country, which has Winnie the Pooh and also Splash Mountain. This Splash Mountain right over here, it is the fastest ride in all of Disneyland. It goes 40 miles per hour. A lot of times people contribute that, the fastest ride, to Big Thunder Mountain or Space Mountain, but that's not true. Space Mountain is actually one of the slower roller coasters, but they use illusions to make it feel like it's going much faster. We'll talk about that when we get to Tomorrowland. And there is Splash Mountain. You have a zippity-doo-dah day. And then right down here is the Pooh's Corner, and also a bunch of benches. This is one of Amanda's very favorite areas to relax and come down and just have the shade on your face. And then right over here, there's Winnie the Pooh. It's one of the co-workers. We're waving. Say hi. They're doing some refurbishments right now on Winnie the Pooh, so it's running, but they're not allowing people to go into it. But if you haven't seen it, you can already watch our video on Winnie the Pooh's Secrets Revealed, and people really, really like Winnie the Pooh a lot. Also, here on Splash Mountain, my friend Jess Harnell, he also does Wacko for the Animaniacs, and does Ironside and Barricade for the Transformer movies. He's an amazing voice actor. He's in Doc McStuffins. He does 9 of the 11 voices for Splash Mountain, and you can watch that video right over here.
That ride gets you so
We're
well.
walking out here, and
Let's go, Toast.
right here, right here.
Let's go.
And this here is a new walkway that takes us into Batuu. So let's walk into Batuu. There is the Mark Twain Riverboat. A little bit, you know that this end of Batuu is the rebel side, the resistance. This is the good guys
This is if
side.
you guys like Star
I guess you could say
Wars.
the good guys all depend on a certain point of view, right? You got the Rise of Resistance right over there, and then right over here you have the X-Wing, and periodically the engines will start. Oh, it's going right now. See the smoke? You can hear it. There you go. And then as you walk deeper into Batuu, you're going to go into the Empire side, or should we say First Order, because the Empire is transformed into the First Order. So, moving along. As you come in here, if you go to the left, you go into the bazaar, and you can see all different types of things for sale. Now right there, you can see these are some garbage cans, and on the garbage cans, every garbage can in Batu has a number on it, and the number is 3263827. You might be asking, what's the significance of that? Well, that is the number of the trash compactor on the Death Star. Same number. So maybe they're like little tiny mini trash compactors. If you haven't watched our video, you watch a video all about the top 10 garbage cans, trash cans of Disneyland right over here, and we'll tell you all the secrets you need to know. And we're gonna walk in here to the bazaar. And this is a place where you come in and you can buy things. You can buy all kinds of Star Wars paraphernalia and cool things. They got shirts, t-shirts, and more. If you look over here, you can recognize this robot. This is the same robot that was in Return of the Jedi. It was a droid there that punished other droids, but here it's just something kind of fun. It's rotating meat. Much better job than torturing other droids. And then of course you walk down here and you're gonna see the Millennium Falcon. Now the Millennium Falcon is a 1-to-1 creation. This would be the size that really existed in the Star Wars universe. This is what it would look like. And the first time I saw it, I almost started to cry. You'll notice that right on the top, you see that the little radar dish is square, or I guess maybe more of a rectangle. It's no longer a circle as it was in Return of the Jedi, but it got knocked off when Lando Calrissian was flying to the Death Star and knocked it off. They replaced it with a new one. Right down there is the entrance to Smuggler's Run. And then you go this way, and you're gonna walk downtown to downtown Batu, and you're gonna walk right by Olga's Cantina. And you need to have a reservation when you go to Olga's Cantina. It's very, 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 very popular. It's right there. Kind of hear a little bit of music coming out. Actually helped them. This is in the late 70s, guys. Computers weren't very popular back then. They used a computer to help them actually model out Big Thunder Mountain Railroad. Also, they put the rocks down first and then the track. Most amusement parks put the track down and then do the theming around it. Not Disney. Disney's like, we'll do the rocks first and then make the track go around that. Something fun to do when you're in Frontierland is look down, because what do you see? You see wagon tracks, you see horse, what are those called? Horse shoes? Prints?
Saddles?
Hoofs?
Nope.
Not even horseshoes. I know the game's called horseshoes, but what do you say when you see that? Is that a horseshoe? Horse track? Horse print? I don't know. But you look around on the ground, there's all kinds of things on the ground in Frontierland. Right up in front of me is the Golden Horseshoe. When we did the Golden Horseshoe review, it was a show that Disneyland had as one of the longest running shows. Then it became Billy Hill and the Hillbillies. Ah! And then we got Jessie over there. She's blowing us kisses on the top. And eventually, hopefully, they bring a new show back to the Golden Horseshoe review, because it's one of my favorite things as a kid, going to that. It was so funny. There she is. Jessie! Woo! She looked great. Oh, you look great. Thank you. Then, go right over here, you're gonna see the shooting expedition, I apologize, and the Rancho Zocalo restaurant. By the way, if you haven't had it, try their cauliflower tacos. I think they're so good. Probably one of my favorite things to eat here in Disneyland. And here's the shooting exposition. And this is where you go in and shoot guns. They're light guns. They shoot little light beams at targets. Now, at one point, they used to shoot little metal BBs, but they don't do that anymore. And I'm gonna go ahead and get a little closer so you guys can see what those targets look like. The guns cost money, but right when the park first opens, if you're the first one to get there, the guns are free for the very first time. You'll notice when you're in Frontierland that you have like a wooden fort here, and then as you go along, They got a building here. It's got wood logs, and then it gets more like a wood paneling. We saw the planks. That's exactly how a boom town would have been designed in the time the cowboys saw over the wood fort, and then as they got more modern, they'd build more and more modern homes. We're gonna exit out here. Actually, guys, I'm gonna take you on the least traveled path, and it used to not always be that way. It was a step curve down, but and children's favorite land, usually. Not always parents' favorite land, but still. Lots of good attractions here. It was completely redone in 1983 is when they reopened it and made it more of like a, hi! Made it more Disney-esque, I guess, if you will. Here's the King Arthur Carousel. Now, I'll tell you something weird about this King Arthur Carousel. King Arthur really should be off of the Sword of the Stone. You see Sword of the Stone right there. But if you look at the King Arthur Carousel, there's a mural, and the mural is from Sleeping Beauty.
If you Walmart,
Okay, guys, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop the tour there. We got to see a pretty good amount of stuff at Disneyland. There's still just some more. I think they missed like, I believe they missed Toontown, and I believe that's it. But honestly, Toontown's just whatever anyway. So, but one last thing before we go, you guys can hear me, right? Just want to make sure. Okay, good. So one last thing before we go, we have a birthday here in Modesto, Angel. If you guys want to go ahead and sing happy birthday to him, I'm sure he would really appreciate that. So give me 1 second to make sure everyone's ready here. Ready? We're gonna sing happy birthday, okay? Okay, ready? Let's get started. 1, 2, 3. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear Angel. Happy birthday to you. Yay! They're screaming over here. They're so excited. Thank you guys for singing to him. But yes, so we will go ahead and see you. I almost said tomorrow. No, we'll see you on Monday. You guys have a great week, or Monday for social hour. You guys have a great rest of your weekend, or start of your weekend. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great day, and thank you for joining me for the Zoom, okay? Let me stop sharing here. And then let me stop recording. But yeah, thanks guys. Bye.